What up, guys? Welcome to episode 53 of Fresh Off the Mats. Here with the Jiu-Jitsu Joes. Woo!
Hello.
Hello. Sorry, I should have shook this beforehand. I don't care. Listen to me shake. Oh, God. I have no topics.
Well, the big thing is we had a competition on the weekend. He did it. He
On
coached.
Saturday, yeah.
My hand is killing me, bro.
You got to get this looked at.
It's just I never gave it time to heal ever. So
Yeah, but
like,
you haven't
like-
talked about this until Saturday, which means
No, it hurts.
something is bothering you.
It hurts.
So you
It hurts
gotta.
during the week sometimes,
Yeah.
and it'll just get really tight. And so if you ever see me like doing this, it's because it's just killing me. Like so, I'll sit there and I'll massage it.
Probably
out.
just scar tissue. And
Yeah,
since
it is.
everything's so little in there, even a little scar tissue is annoying. It's
And
different
it
when you have
started
scar tissue in a
it started
big
like
area.
cramping up too during the comp. So when it's cramping, it's like all this is pulling, so it's already like heavy contracting, one
Yeah.
under all the tension, and then it contracted. So it's just sore as shit. Got second and fourth, people.
These
Didn't get first. I'm sorry. I
it
tried.
happens. This is not going to be the first. It's not going to be the
Yeah.
last.
But I placed at least. I'm happy about placing.
Yeah, it's
I
good.
hate going to a place and not placing.
Oh, trust me, it's going to happen.
I know. No, it's happened
Unfortunately,
before.
it's gonna happen.
It's happened before, and I fucking
I want to
hate
tell
it.
you it's never going to happen again, but it's going to happen.
It's like it's not the only thing that's important about it, but it's
Yeah.
when you compete, it's like that's what you're shooting for. You want.
Oh yeah, but sometimes depending on the competition, like if it's worlds, I'm like I just want to win the first match.
Yeah,
Like, you know what I mean?
And the
Like-
one where they're like 80, like dude, they were telling me how big so the two guys that I fought against, they did worlds, or they went to Jiu-Jitsu Con as well,
Yeah.
and they were telling me that it was an 80-man bracket, and I was like. Yeah, I want to win one or two.
Yeah.
Like, dude, what? That's a all day event, bro. It's just 80 fights, dog. What is that? You're fighting 10 people?
80.
If you're trying to get gold?
No. Your fight 80 goes to 40, 40 goes to 20, 20 goes to 10. Let's just call it 8, 8 to 4, 4 to 2.
6 fights.
So 5, 6
5 or
fights,
6
depending
fights.
if you get the buy or not. 5 or 6 fights.
Damn.
So, yeah.
Wait, how the hell does that work? Because I had.
Because it goes
I
by
had-
people think because the number's so high, like I have 100 people in my bracket, but you're not fighting 100 people because after the first round, 100 goes to 50. One guy wins, one guy loses, so it cuts in half.
Oh, that's right. Because my.
Yeah, you're not fighting 100 guys.
Damn, my last fight at Nogi, if I beat that dude, that was 4-3. Because they didn't fight again. They walked off afterwards. We all walked away.
Yeah.
Damn it.
That's what I told you.
I thought you were
said,
saying-
"Do I have any more fights?" I'm like, for third place.
I
Your last one
thought
for
you were
third.
saying like since I was in the bracket, it was to stay in the
No,
bracket, and I was
Jiu-Jitsu
gonna have like another 2 or 3 fights. I was
Jiu-Jitsu
like, oh
World
my
League
God.
does a double elimination. So if you lose in the first bracket, this is the first bracket, this is the second bracket. If you lose in the first bracket, you get put in the second bracket. The second bracket, the only thing you can win is third place
Oh.
because you have to be double eliminated. It's double elimination.
So then how
It's
did
not
I-
a regular bracket that like Worlds is a regular bracket. So if there's 8 guys, the second you lose, there's no second bracket where you're one and done.
Okay.
But if it's double elimination style because they guarantee you 2 fights, you go from the first place bracket to the third place bracket.
That makes sense.
Yeah, there's 2 brackets. So that's what I was trying to tell you. And you're like, I have one more. I was like, yeah, it's for third place. It's the final.
I thought you
it's
were
the
saying.
finals
I thought you were
for
saying
third
that was
place.
to get into to start fighting for third. I was like, Jesus Christ, how many people? I was like, I only had 9 people.
Yeah.
How am I fighting so much? That shit was crazy.
Because you won your first.
Lost second.
Yeah, which puts
Won
you
again.
into the third place bracket. You won the beginning of the third place bracket, putting you advancing you forward.
Ah.
Yeah, that's how they do it.
Yeah, so it was what I do. I did the first 3 fights in gi. It was just 3 of us, so it was we all won one and
2
lost
fights.
one. Every single one of us lost one, won one in that bracket.
Yeah,
And then it's still funny. They were like, "Oh yeah, the computer decides the winner."
I
And we were like,
think
"Oh,
no.
okay."
I think if this is the problem, like if I was there, I would have been like, how does that determine what? Like, how does this guy? The way it should have been done, I thought about it afterwards. Is this guy fought this guy, right?
Yeah.
And the first guy lost.
Yeah.
Then you should have faced the guy who lost. If you beat him, then the 2 guys who beat
Fight
the
for
third
first.
guy fight for first and
And that's
second.
what I thought.
That's how it should have been.
That's what I thought it would go, but it made me fight the winner. I beat the winner, and then
No,
I
because
lost
the
by
way
ref
I'm
decision.
saying it guarantees everybody 2
Yeah.
fights. because this guy beats this guy, he loses. You face the loser, so now everybody has one match. You beat him. You guys face each other. You both get your second match for gold.
But then what happens if I lose against that guy?
In gold?
No, the first guy, the loser. If I lose against the loser,
If you lose against the loser,
no matter what, I'm at second.
no.
Or I'm
If
at third.
this guy beats this guy and you face
The loser.
the loser and the loser beats you, he should get another fight against the first place guy.
So then I would only get one fight then. That's where the issue is.
Yeah.
That's where the problem is because we're guaranteed 2 fights.
Yeah.
So they have to get me 2 fights. That's the hard part. Oh well.
It was stupid.
So whatever how that works. So I fought everyone in that bracket. We each fought twice. Won one, lost one. And then in the second one, there was 9 of us. I fought 4 times in total, or rolled. You know what's funny? I see everyone always complain. Like it's usually MMA guys. They get mad when like jiu-jitsu guys say, "Oh, we fought," and they're like, "No, you guys aren't fighting. You're not fighting. You're rolling." Like, okay, cool. We're rolling, grappling, whatever you want to say. We fought, whatever. That one I did 4, and I did two wins. 2
Okay,
losses.
but to the MMA, so a kickboxing match, is that a fight or a match? It's not MMA. If it's boxing, is it a fight or a match?
No, that's their whole thing.
So
That's
that
not- I just
doesn't
call-
make sense.
I just call it all.
Why is
fighting.
one aspect of MMA a fight if it's boxing or kickboxing, but the other aspect of
One
rolling?
hits you, and that's it. That's their argument. You get
So
hit in
you
one,
could
and you don't get hit
choke
the
a guy
other.
out in 8 seconds. That's if I knock a guy out in 8 seconds or I choke him out in 8 seconds, do I not get the same result?
Ugh.
He's
That's
unconscious.
I don't know. I don't care. These people. Make,
I don't agree
everyone
with
likes,
that. I think
everyone likes nitpicking little things. For no reason.
I interchange it. I don't nitpick on it. Like if someone calls it a fight or a match, I don't like.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like it's a fight or a match, whatever the case. It could be an MMA match. It could be a boxing match.
Yeah.
I've heard people interchange match and fight.
It's just like I'm rolling
Any
or I'm
physical
fighting.
contact between 2 people, I think, is a fight.
Yeah, it's good. What happens in like a street fight? What happens all the time? They end up fucking hugging each other. They roll the ground
Yeah.
for a little bit. A lot of times it's not
If-
even punches being
If
thrown,
I
they're
knock
just
you out in a
rolling there.
kickboxing match in 10 seconds, or I choke you out in a jiu-jitsu match in 10 seconds, is it not a fight? I think it's conflict, so it's a fight. It's a conflict between two people. That's a fight.
That's what a fight is.
Yeah, so I hate
That's what
when
it's-
MMA guys are like, you guys didn't fight, it was a match. I'm like,
Okay.
whatever.
Whatever makes you feel better, bro.
Yeah.
Like that's what you need. You need to feel good about yourself. Got it.
Oh.
All right, cool. Have
Go
fun.
jerk off and relax.
Yeah, it's so weird. Like that's what when I see that all the time because they'll like be on Instagram or Facebook freaking out. It's not a fight. It's not a fight. Okay, dude, relax, man. Like whatever floats your boat.
Because what would you say? Oh, my guys matched hard? No, my guys fought hard.
They say grapple. You only grappled. You weren't doing anything. You were rolling or grappling. Okay, you feel good about yourself. Again, like that's what goes in my
So
head. Like you
weird.
feel good about yourself. Like that
It's so weird. People are so fucking weird with this shit.
it was a good time.
No, it was
It
good.
was good.
It
I-
was
I
good.
do-
I'm mad
I do
that I
love
didn't
how
have
they
any
go, though.
matches, so I'm pissed.
Did you see the older black belt in my
No.
at my bracket, bro? I think he was fighting like fucking 2 or 3 brackets below him.
He was Brian told me he was like 70 years old fighting guys that were in their 40s.
Yeah,
Yeah.
bro. But he one guy did put up like 20 points on him.
Bro,
but
Brian,
the other guy
Brian
he fought
said that
wasn't bad.
one guy like slammed him down,
Yeah.
and I'm like, dude, like you know the guy's like in his 70s, dude.
Yeah,
Like
he-
I get it, it's a fight and you want to win, but like you know you're in your 40s and you know this guy in his
Yeah.
70s got pushed down to the 40s division, and he's not like a 70s
And that means-
cyborg.
yeah,
He's
no.
a 70s like
That means
he's
he
moving like
willingly
this.
did it too. So like that shows some fucking respect.
Pull guard,
Like, yeah.
pull guard, like
rolled, bro. Just to
yeah,
have a good
pull
roll.
guard. But like I give the guy credit. I've seen that guy a few times.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah, he goes to a lot of the jiu-jitsu world league. I've never had a chance to introduce myself. He's
So
got
he just rolls just to roll. Like
he's
he enjoys it.
he's 70 something years old,
yeah, dude.
curled up guy, gray hair, glasses, but like dude, the guy shows up like every jiu-jitsu world league.
That was awesome to see. But like right until like it was me and one of my competitors. Like we were looking at him, we were like,
Damn.
bro, like he has to have like there's a huge age gap here.
Oh yeah.
And but the guy that did it, like it wasn't even just like a pickup. It wasn't like a pickup slam. He did the leg curl sweep
Yeah.
where you shoot in, you curl in, and then fucking pancake on him.
Dude.
But I
Take
mean,
that bump in your side.
he ate it, but like he's probably gonna be feeling it. He's
He's
probably
probably
feeling
gonna be
it right
feeling
now.
it, but the thing is, if you've been doing this since you're like 40s and 50s, and you're
He's
kind of
like,
used to it over.
he
It's
had
not
no-
like
he
it's
had
not
no
like he
stripes on
just
his-
jumped into
He
jiu-jitsu
had no
yesterday.
stripes on his black belt. So unless that's a competition belt,
I understand, but
He's only
he's
doing it
at
for
least
like 10
been doing
years.
it for like the last 10 years, so he's
Yeah.
kind of comfortable with taking bumps.
Yeah.
It's not like he just started jiu-jitsu this week and he's taking his first bump ever at 70. So
you
like,
take that hit, your body's not used to it.
yeah, I think your body could kind of like,
It does.
we know what we're doing.
It does. Yeah, that's also why I tell my old people all the time, like, hey, like you guys, they don't understand the big reason why I get them to lift heavier weights. There's something called Wolff's Law. It's your bones will adapt to the pressures.
Yeah, you preserve the density of your bones.
And so that's why. So doing things like jujitsu, it's resistance.
Yeah.
And then the hits, your bones have to get strong. Your body gets strong because you're constantly putting it under this stress. So it's like, all right, well, how do I avoid this pain?
Yeah.
Oh, let me get stronger. And that's what it does. So he definitely has it. But
It's one of those things that
was crazy.
If you keep moving, I think it helps preserve your body longer over time.
does.
If you stop moving, you just die.
You die.
If you're like a
You
shark,
do.
if you stop moving, you die.
Yeah.
I think it's a genetic flaw in people that our cells don't like. After a while, it takes like longer for them to what's the word I'm looking
Rejuvenate?
for? Yeah. So like, I think this is the problem that like is the flaw in the human species. Because there are other species out there, like, isn't it like octopuses could live forever? No, it's octopuses could live like hundreds of years. It's octopuses or squids. I could be
Turtles.
getting them mixed up.
Turtles can live forever.
But they have something in them, and that's why they try to mess with their genes to see if they could convert it over to human, which is kind of crazy. Like, I don't know. Now you're like playing God and like fucking with shit. But I think it's squids or octopuses could live like a ridiculous amount of time because their cells are always constantly regenerating.
Definitely not an octopus.
I think it's squid. Try squids.
So octopus, they don't have a long life.
Cephalopods, I think they call them. Maybe try cephalopods.
Thinking
I
about
think
jellyfish? I think jellyfish.
Oh, maybe
can.
jellyfish. Was it? It might have been jellyfish. But they could live a ridiculously long time.
10 immortal animals. That's on YouTube, but it's jellyfish.
It's jellyfish,
Jellyfish
yeah.
are known to be able to live forever.
Yeah, because like unless something catastrophe happens, like they get ate, like something eats them, or like I don't know, a propeller hits them or some shit. But they could live a ridiculous amount of time, and like scientists are trying to like find out what it is in them and like try to, I guess, infuse it and see if it. But that's crazy.
It's only one type of jellyfish too. One species in particular, dubbed the immortal jellyfish.
Yeah.
I'm not saying its science name. I'll try. Teratopsis Dornhill.
Jesus. That sounds like
Dorney. No,
sounds
it's
like
not
a
a
Greek
hill.
last name.
Dorney. Teratopsis Dorney.
I'm gonna name my daughter that.
They can live forever. What are you named after? Fucking jellyfish.
Jellyfish.
Wow, that's crazy. And the thing is, most jellyfish only live like 2 or 3 years.
Yeah.
Then there's the one that's just like, I'm immortal.
Dude.
That jellyfish is the other jellyfish's god. Because it's translucent too. So this thing is just floating in the water. Like, I am the one that lives.
That's what I'm saying. Like they'll live unless something kills them. Like I don't know, a fucking turtle eats them.
Which is so wild that turtles like are just like, I'm gonna munch on a jellyfish. It'll sting them and everything. It's just like, I don't care.
They probably have some.
It's
kind
like
of protective.
honey badgers and weasels. Weasels will go out of their way to go find king cobras and stuff. They can't die by the venom, so they'll go kill them. They hunt snakes because they can't die. But
it's so weird that one thing that would kill us, another animal's like, no,
it has resistance. So because they say it's because of the evolutionary, it's always been fighting them.
Yeah.
So it's developed the immunity to it. But like what will happen is they'll like do like a hard reset. So it'll get so much venom in it because it's not stopping obviously the venom getting injected, but its body will like do a hard reset or some shit and it'll be able to like help get rid of the toxins and then the thing will pop.
I guess it's similar to like when we get sick. Like I'm sure like the flu killed way more people back in the day, but we get sick every year and like
and then you get strong.
You
That's
just
what herd immunity
your body
is for.
resets it and like kind of like, oh okay.
And the white blood cells learning, which was cool. I saw some guy on Facebook. He's like this biologist guy. He has a microscope, and he took his blood, and then he took like a dirt sample of stuff like with the bacteria in it, and he put it in there, and it's to show like how the white blood cells actually get rid of like bad fucking germs and stuff.
Mm-hmm.
Bro, it causes like cellular explosion. Your white blood cell will go inside of it. Right, so imagine if this is like a bacteria cell, it will go inside, like it break the wall, right, the cell
Get
wall,
through it.
break through, and then it causes it to fucking implode.
And is that why AIDS is so bad? Because the white cells can't get into those, right? Like you can't explode
your
those.
white blood cells will attack yourself. It's an autoimmune disorder, so your white blood cells will start attacking itself, and so it'll attack your own cells. So that so AIDS isn't what kills you. AIDS kills your immune system. What happens is you can get the common cold now,
And then
and your body can't fight it, and,
And
so
then
it'll affect you. Like
someone
10
was telling me
times
they give
worse.
AIDS patients steroids now because that helps.
I don't know. I've never
something?
heard of that. I haven't seen a study on that or anything.
God
like that.
damn it! This is the problem when you listen to too many goddamn like Huberman's podcasts and all these things. You start to like, you take in so much information that like you fucking convolute it all into one
Yeah,
thing.
no,
Like,
I haven't heard that.
you
I
almost
mean,
gotta like when you listen to some of these science podcasts, you gotta have a notebook and like just
Take
jot
notes.
shit down, dude. I think it was AIDS that like they giving them steroids of some, I don't know the fucking type.
Is it like a steroid, like how like you get antibiotic steroids?
No,
or,
no.
Actual,
Like I think
steroids?
it's like actual, like they doing actual steroids because it promotes
Really.
T cells. No, I'm fucking this up. You better Google it before I say some wrong shit.
Anabolic steroid treatment is sometimes indicated for individuals who have experienced severe wasting as a result of HIV-3 or severe muscle loss as a result of lipodystrophy, the redistribution of body fat.
Yeah,
Well, that makes sense.
that's crazy.
So it's probably not to help. It's just because they've lost so much muscle from HIV.
Well,
that
I'm
they're
not
like,
saying
"Hey."
it gets them super jacked, but it prevents what they do
Yeah.
have from further deterioration.
Yeah, that's all it's for. That's cool. I mean,
Yeah.
I mean, it makes sense to be able to be like, hey, let's try to maintain some of their muscle mass because it's also going to help their immune system.
Yeah.
The better in shape
And then
you
the
are,
more, don't you produce more white blood cells? Then
Yeah.
the more muscle. Yeah.
The-
so, like, I
that's
think
why the
probably how
healthier
they
you
do it.
are, the more you work out. It goes deeper than just you have nice muscles. No, it's your body is literally able to fight more now. Now, when you do everything,
We should all get
synthetically, it's
AIDS,
bad.
and then they're gonna give us steroids,
No.
and then we become super
No.
jacked AIDS people.
No,
I think it's worth it.
no, not at all. I'm all right. Fuck that.
Fuck, dude.
I
That's
know.
crazy.
My cousin had a neighbor. He was a scumbag. He was not the neighbor. The neighbor wasn't a scumbag. The neighbor was this gay dude, right?
The neighbor was a scumbag.
No, the neighbor wasn't the scumbag. He was just this gay guy. And there was this dude who said he was straight, right? But what he would do, because he was bisexual, really,
Okay.
and he slept with a dude and caught AIDS from it,
Okay.
and then went on a rampage, and ended up whoring himself out and would go sleep with other men, blaming gay men for the fact that he got AIDS.
Like
and-
he was on purpose giving
and
everybody AIDS.
started on
Oh
purpose.
my
By
god!
the time he got
bro.
caught, he gave like 28 different people AIDS.
Wasn't there a story in the '90s similar to this where a guy would then write on the mirror, like he got AIDS and he would sleep with people and then like one night stands and he would write on the mirror, "Hello, you now have AIDS," and then leave in the morning. People would get up in the morning and see that on the mirror. That was like a story. I think it was the '90s.
Wow.
I remember my dad telling me about. I think it was the '90s or '80s. This guy who had AIDS would just start fucking people in one night stands and then write on the mirror. So when they wake up in the morning, they go to the bathroom, they see, "Oh, you now have AIDS." Bro, that is fucked up. I would make it my life's goal to kill you before I died.
I mean, when you do that,
What are you gonna do? Send me to prison for the rest of my
Well,
life? I
those-
have
yeah.
fucking 5, especially in the '90s. You have what, 4 or 5 years?
Yeah, it was before all those medications came out to
Oh.
actually let you live.
Fuck
But
that.
yeah, dude, that guy they caught him. He went to prison for life. Like that's it.
Yeah, because it's
It's attempted murder, or I forget like
no,
how.
I feel like it's murder. Like you,
I
you
forget how it's
purposely,
classified.
yeah.
But it's he went to prison for life.
God damn, dude, that is fucking rough.
28 people he fucked over.
Isn't that insane that this was such a big problem when we were growing up, like AIDS and all that shit? And now I heard there's a medication now for AIDS where if AIDS patient take it, after a while they will test negative for AIDS. Like it
Oh, word?
suppresses it so much that after a while they'll take AIDS tests. They actually pop negative for not pop
Oh, wow.
at all. They show negative for
Oh, that's
AIDS.
cool.
Yeah, it's able to suppress it to such a low amount. Still kind of scary, but
Yeah,
like
still, I wouldn't take that risk.
yeah, like it's fucking scary, but I guess it allows people with AIDS to like live a normal life. I mean, at some point that's got to catch up. I don't think you could suppress it forever, but
I don't know. That's crazy.
Yeah, it's a
It
new
is
medication.
true though. Like growing up, like it was a death sentence.
I was terrified growing like after health class and we found out
Yeah.
about AIDS for the first time. I was like, oh my god, this sounds like a fucking nightmare.
It's
Like
because it was a death sentence.
Yeah.
It was if you got it, you're dead. Like
You're dead.
because they're like you get the common cold, you're gonna die. Like that was it. Like it's and it made it seem like it happened so fast. It wasn't like oh yeah, you have like 15, 20, 30 years left. It's no, you got like 3 to 5.
yeah.
Like you're gonna die.
I mean,
soon.
I'm trying to think right now. I don't know anybody now that personally has AIDS or HIV. Like I don't like, you know what I mean? Like I can't think of somebody that I know.
Which is
that
crazy
currently-
for how big they really talked about.
I know. Like right now, I don't know. I mean, again, I don't know everybody's like medical records or whatever, but I don't know anybody personally that's
Everybody.
like.
Hey, I
No,
don't
but
know
I'm just
who
saying,
has
like
this
it was such a big deal. Like I feel like back in the '90s, like you knew somebody who knew somebody. Like you know what I mean? Like you
shit.
knew.
It was rampant.
Yeah, like I feel like you
It's
knew
kind of probably
somebody.
like how like COVID was, or COVID
Yeah.
is. Like, give it a few more years. Like, that's what I'm saying. Like, this whole COVID thing, people are still like, oh, it's still thinking, well, it's only 2, 3 years ago. Give it like another 5 to 6. It's going to be the next thing comes up.
Yeah, but
Every,
they
like,
said
10 to 20 years. It's
they
always
said
gonna
the
be
last
something
6
new.
months there was a new strand of COVID. They said like
Yeah,
in the
but
last.
what happened? We had the bird flu, and then like a year later we had swine flu, and then
But
like a year
bro,
later
there's
the
always
Ebola
gonna be a
came out.
thing. We're never
Yeah.
gonna go any time in history where we don't have sicknesses going
That's
around.
the
or
thing. It's-
flus or
But we're also at a record high right now of obesity rate. We're at a record high.
nobody's
of low
taking care of
test.
themselves. And the thing
Yeah.
is, these viruses they harp on the people that don't take care of themselves,
Yeah.
and that's how they spread more. If we were a society of like, let's say
Of
like
health.
90% fit people and 10% obese, these diseases would not spread as fast. I personally think that. I know some scientists gonna be like, no, that's not how that works. But I really think you would kick these diseases' asses a lot better than having a society of like weak immune system,
Yeah.
shitty
Like,
diet.
like, even if it's not how that works specifically, it would for sure
It
fucking
helps.
help.
It
Like,
helps. I donated blood like shortly after COVID came out, and they sent me a letter 2 weeks later saying you tested positive for antibodies. I never got sick, never had a fever, never had any inclination of like a decrease in how I felt, and I never stopped training, kept training every day, never had a problem. But you have people who get COVID and it kicks them on their ass for 2 weeks at a time, and like they're out of shape and all this
Yeah,
stuff. So I
got
think your
COVID.
body.
Bro, I'm asthmatic. Like you've seen me have to use my inhaler. Like
Yeah.
I am asthmatic. I have to use my shit sometimes. I got COVID. Was like, now I'm not saying this is the same for everyone. Obviously, there's some people that just get fucked up by things, right? But I was fine.
Yeah.
I was fatigued. Let me tell you, I was sleeping like 22 hours a day.
Yeah.
I did not want to, like, Mac, it was getting to the point Mac would wake me up and force me to eat.
Yeah.
Because I was like, I don't want to wake up. I just want to sleep here. And I
Yeah.
would sleep. That was it. That lasted about 3 or 4 days. After that, I was up.
Yeah.
Good as new. The fever broke. Woke up. I was like, all right, wow, that's done with. Thank God. So now I'm up and active. But I know it's because I'm active. I'm healthy. I'm constantly exposing myself to one. It's weird to say, but we get sweat on. We get dirty every day.
Yeah.
Like you are exposing your body to all these weird things, and it makes your body stronger.
I think what happens is because we have a society nowadays where like there's so many young people who are obese and out of shape, and it's a combination of that plus
65% of children.
it's a combination of that plus the fact that when you're young you're arrogant and you think, oh, I'm gonna live forever,
Yeah,
I'm
they
gonna
live
live
forever thing.
yeah, so like I'll get healthy later, so it's that double combination of like you're fat and out of shape plus you're young, so you think you're invincible, so then you think it shouldn't happen to me, but it does happen to you. It's like that perfect storm sort of shit.
It's ridiculous. Take care of yourselves, please.
Yeah.
It's a good thing to do.
It's just basics, guys. No one's telling you to be an athlete.
You
No
don't need
one's
to be
telling
the
you
new
to,
Arnold. It's just-
no, just be in shape, bro. And I'm sick of like these big people saying like, oh, it's not on me. I shouldn't have to go to gym. Why? Why should you not have to exert yourself an hour a day? Our ancestors would have to exert themselves 16 hours a day to go hunt for food.
I see
So what
people-
makes you think that in 2023, an hour a day of exertion is too much
And then
for
they
your
say
body?
they don't have an hour or anything like that. Listen.
Stop.
And then, like, my favorite is when you do have a high strain job and then you find the time and then you still get told, like, guys who work construction, they're tired as fuck and they still come here to train. I'm like, yeah. Like, they make that out. They're not training 3-4 hours a day.
Yeah.
They have their high strain job. And then they'll be like, oh, well, they don't have kids. How many of these guys are actual parents with 2 to 3? Some of them are brand new parents with multiple kids.
Being a
Like,
parent
dude.
and not taking care of yourself is such an excuse at this point, and I hate it so much because I know so many parents that find the time and find a way to do it. So if you're a person out there who's fat and out of shape and you're blaming the fact that you reproduce is the reason why you can't take care of yourself, you're fucking lying to
Bro, I
yourself,
saw this
dude.
family, and it's always upsetting.
No
me
one's
because-
telling you to go to a fucking gym. Work out in your fucking backyard.
You could do a bunch of push-ups.
Yeah.
You could do a bunch
Push-ups,
of
pull-ups,
squats.
sit-ups, and squats.
Lunges.
Squats.
Like, yeah, there's a lot you can do body weight wise, and if you don't know how to, I can help coach you. Got you,
Bro,
My
there,
team.
yeah, you could do that. Or guess what? Fucking YouTube has 1.5 million. You
Netflix,
just type in workout videos.
Netflix
Yeah, we
also
talked
has
about
it.
that.
Yeah, Netflix
How
has it.
Netflix
YouTube
has
has
it.
it. It's like in today's day and age when people say, I don't know how.
There's no excuse.
Like,
There's no excuse.
Go on Google.
You could Google how do I work out, and you'll pop up with 1,000 things. You could go on Instagram.
And then they'll
go
say that.
follow any influencer
And
that will
then-
show you how to work out.
And then they'll be like, oh, well, then that's so many options. Then pick one.
pick one.
Who gives a shit?
Pick one.
Because I guarantee it's better than what you were doing.
Yeah.
That's what matters. Is it's just better because then you're going to do that. You can be like, oh, I could do more. I don't really like this one. Let me try this one. Let me try this
you
one.
can't fail just because of analysis paralysis. You have to move forward. It can't just be like,
Analysis paralysis.
well, because people do get like that. I
I've never
understand
heard
that.
that.
Where
I
like,
like that. That's
people overanalyze things to a point that they never make a decision. They're like,
Yeah.
oh, I should get this card. No, this one has this
So
feature.
I'm
And they
like
never
that.
make
I'm like that completely.
Yeah.
So my wife will like play those little games like the Would You Rather game.
Yeah.
I'm horrible about that because I'm an overthinker.
Yeah.
I think of like all the different options within it. So like she gets upset with me sometimes, not like mad, but like
Yeah.
where she'll ask me something and I just select. And she was like, well, you didn't even think about it. I was like, because I can't. I was like, if I don't just make that choice
It will
and I
take-
just
yeah.
fucking stick with it, I'm either not going to make anything ever, or we're going to sit here for 30 minutes to an hour
Yeah.
while I have to break down every little detail.
And
about
we're
it.
gonna freeze up, and
Yeah,
that's
it's
you
if
get
that,
paralyzed.
I'm just fucking go.
Yeah.
Pick this choice. If it doesn't work out, well, fuck it. Like, well, then I should have, would have, could have on the other one, but there's nothing you can do. Like,
Yeah.
that's it. It's just go on about your day.
Sometimes it's just better to take a leap and make some sort of decision than to like just stay stagnant.
Especially when, if no matter what, the decision will be better than where you're at.
Yeah.
If no matter what, either decision you make, you can have 30 million choices in front of you, and you're like, well, either one I take will always be better than what I'm doing now. Then
Yeah.
fucking
Being
do it.
frozen in place.
Yeah, just fucking make the choice. Who cares? Then you get to say that you did it. I was telling some clients today because I was taping my fingers while I was in class. I had them prepped.
Yeah.
And they were just like, man, you're going to feel that in like 30, 40 years. I was like, yeah, I am. But I'm going to have a story to tell. I was like, what am I going to sit on the couch and say that I did nothing with my whole life? But hey, I'm pain free, because that's also impossible. You're going to have pain. If you sit all day, your back is going to kill you.
Oh yeah.
So it's like, I'm going to have pain. Might as well be
Dude.
like, oh, it's due for me fighting throughout my 20s and 30s and 40s and 50s. Like,
Yeah.
I want that story, not the I did nothing with my life, but I'm still in pain.
This is boring.
Yeah, dude. Have a story to tell, man. Be entertaining. Fucking, when you're on your deathbed, have something to say.
Have something to say. Don't fucking show up to a podcast with no topics. Then we just went through like 20 topics.
You're welcome.
Till next week, guys.
ADHD for the fucking win.